Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. This is Creative Craving, and today we're going to figure out what the heck went wrong with this sigil, which I didn't even know was a signal. What happened to the web page here? Now, maybe what we can try is just reloading it first of all. I should have done this before I started streaming, actually. I should have just turned off, or just closed down the web browser. Let me close just this one tab at least. And we'll try adding a new, we'll try this again. I don't have high hopes, but we can at least try. All right, let's load the page. And okay, the move log gets printed. Okay, that's something I didn't notice happening before. Maybe it didn't. Maybe this is different. Nope. Okay. Okay. This gets printed here, and then it just fails here. Whatever this is doing is failing. I think what I want to do is just sit here. Oh. Okay, I can't set any breakpoints. That's interesting. Let's reload again and pause. Okay. Interesting. This is where we're paused. Oh, I wonder if maybe my generator code is broken. Like maybe there's just something wrong there in zip. We didn't debug zip. All right, so here's zip. Okay. I want to reload from scratch, right? We want to start at the beginning. Okay, so let's take a look at our options here. We have our sources. Interesting, undefined twice in a row. That's strange. Okay, let's see where it's getting called. Okay, we're at least making progress now. Let's look at zip move log. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so we have movements.white and movements.black. But look at the console. Movements here is printing out as an empty list. Let's look at it again. Okay, it's an array with nothing in it. Okay, so something went wrong here. And there are two things that went wrong. First of all, zip, first of all, we're passing in an empty array. Secondly, when this receives an empty array, it acts really weird. Okay, we're filtering out undefines here, all the undefined sources. And then, I don't really know how to deal with this. I mean, we can just search, we can special case it, right, and just search for this. Uh-oh, something random happened. I'll be back in a minute. Crisis averted. All right. I heard some furniture moving around upstairs, and I just had to go check on it. Anyway, well, speaking of battery power, okay, let me fix this. There we go, battery power, and boom. Okay, we're back in the game. Now, I wanted to find out here what sources is set to. It says undefined here. Can I open the terminal? Yes. Let's clear it. Sources. Sources is not defined. Oh, we're not at this breakpoint anymore. Oh, okay. I was okay. Now source is defined. Okay, it's not undefined, it's a list of 2 undefineds. I was just at the wrong place in the stack here. Okay. Right. Let's step 1 step. Iterators. Okay, let's just go ahead. That's empty, okay. Okay, and then boom. Next result. Let's look at that. Next result. That's empty. Okay. So while everything is not done, step. Oh. Well, that's interesting. Okay, let's try something. Okay, empty list dot every value, we just call x. Let's just put false here. Okay, here's our problem right here. When you map every on an empty list, it doesn't matter what you put in the filter condition. Oh, hello. There we go. Okay. It doesn't matter what you put in the filter condition here. No matter what, it's going to return true because there's nothing in the list. Okay, so there's our problem. That is so strange. While we're here, though, let's go ahead and check sum and see if it's the same. Okay, that returns false. Returns false either way. Okay. Well, we're okay with it returning false because it'll just skip the loop then. What we need to do, okay, so basically we were just sitting in here spinning this loop. Let's do this. Add a log point. We be looping. All right, so let's just set that breakpoint there. Let's keep running. And you can see. Okay, well, it's not really saying anything. Pause. Oh, I think I know what happened here. Edit breakpoint. I think it has to be like that, a string. But it keeps going. We be looping. There we go. This is our problem right here. We keep looping and looping and looping. Okay. Okay, so basically it crashes after Chrome notices, or I guess Chromium, the engine notices, hey, or I guess the V8 in this case. The JavaScript engine notices, wait a minute, it looks like we're stuck in an infinite loop. Okay, I've never encountered this before. I did not know that every on an empty list is going to return true. Okay, so we're going to do this. While next result.len, let's just do this. If next result.len is 0, return. There we go. Simple. And we don't return any. I think if we do this, I assume it's going to return an empty list. I don't know. We'll find out. But yeah, this is clearly not going to work. Let's reload the page now. Let's set a breakpoint there if we can. And oh, it won't even let us reload though. It's kind of got to crash out first. Or, okay, so paused for some reason. Anyway, whatever. Aha! Now things are working. Oh my goodness, wow. So it looks like this works fine. Let's, okay. I want a breakpoint there, really. F10, boom. Okay, and I want to see combined movements in this case is empty. Great. So we fixed one bug, right? We have 2 bugs now. We fixed one of them. Oh my goodness, I thought that was going to be so hard to find. I'm really glad. Let's see, how did we discover that? I need to remember for the future. All I did was I reloaded it, and before it went all snap and gave up, I hit pause to find out where we were. And then it just started stepping through the scope and realized, oh, okay. I just looked through the scope for some funny business and found some funny business here. It's like, wait a minute, why are we passing empty sources in? Okay. So the first thing we need to do is Okay, we're going to ignore all this. I'm going to ignore that too. Wait. What? Oh, we haven't added util yet. Okay, let me go ahead and add that. Add zip util. There, pretty simple. Now the next thing we need to do is figure out why our movements are set to anything other than, like, why is this empty? Let's reload again. Okay, so combine movements. This is a generator. Wait, that's not what we're looking at. We're looking at movements. Why is movements empty? Okay, it's strange to me. Oh, because there aren't any moves yet. There are no moves. It's supposed to be empty. Okay. Great. So, carry on. Okay, let's get out of there. Let's get rid of our log point. Message handler took forever. I think that was just because we stopped it. Okay, now let's try making some moves. Uh-huh. Okay, and then we have, now this one, you'll notice the move log movements is still, okay. This shows movements here, but here it's empty. So I think I screwed something up. Well, not entirely. This has got stuff in it now. Oh, right. I'm okay. Rolling back the stack here. Rolling back the stack. Hang on. So let's get zip down in there. What we've done so far is we set this up where it will stop when the first source runs dry. So if you have a movement for white but not for black, it's not going to show either of them. It's just going to show both together. Okay, now white's going to capture. We're going to see the same movements here, even though there's an extra movement there. Now black is going to do this. Okay? Great. Now we have movements for both. And you can see, I don't know what that C variable is about, but we got piece pawn from position 25 to position 27. 25 to 27. Okay, that's that movement. Piece knight from position 48 to 42. Well, this is just black's side of things. So we got some more stuff to do. I feel like things are not quite working the way we're hoping. All right, let's look at move log. Where are we logging first of all? Right here, I guess? No. I mean, yes. Oh, line 14. It says line 14. Okay, interestingly, we're not including... Oh, no, we are including... Okay, got it. This is literally our log message. It starts with move log. Okay. Starting to piece things together. The set game thing's kind of getting annoying a little bit. I mean, it at least shows me progress. Like if something's messed up here, I can look here to verify that it's real and legit. But our movements are not looking the way we were hoping. And also, there's this C variable. Yeah, this is not supposed to be C, literally. Oh, I get what's happening here. We're setting... Okay. Yeah. This doesn't need to be C. It needs to be literally the C variable. Let's try something new and just see what happens. We might have to do this a different way. We might be trying to be too cool and too clever. Honestly, with how much complication we've already had, I don't need any more clever. Okay, let's reload the page completely. I just want to start from scratch. Oh, why is it taking so long? Oh, no. Okay, let's stop loading it. Let's set a breakpoint here. And now let's reload it. Well, that ain't good. Okay, I'll snap again. Okay, well, trying to be too clever, I guess. If we undo... Whoops. If we undo just that change, what happens? Yeah, okay, so whatever we're doing there wasn't cool. The only thing I know I can do that might possibly work would be this. Does that work? No, okay, that doesn't look good to me. Well, okay. So we were trying to be super clever, but honestly, we don't need all that. We're never going to have more than 2 colors. Also, even if we had more than, like, it's not even just about the number of colors, okay? We're always going to have exactly white and exactly black. It's not going to change. So let's do what we meant to do from the start. White is going to have game.white.movements.slice.reverse. It won't kill me to repeat 1 or 2 lines of code. It won't kill me. Okay, let's get rid of that nonsense. Now, why is it... reverse does not exist. Oh, yeah, well, helps if we actually do the slice operation. Okay, great. Collars is not being used at this point, and I'm thinking to myself, good riddance. Okay, well, we're going to leave it for now. What I really need to see is what happens to here in line 24, right? We want to demonstrate what the zip does, but we also want to make sure this works properly. And if they're both 0, we quite honestly don't care. Okay, let's get rid of this. We don't care because it's going to work this time. Yes, it did. Great. Immediately that breakpoint is annoying. Okay, we're going to give white a move. Now at this point, combine movements. Well, let's look at movements first of all. Movements. Okay, you can see here white has moved. It says black has moved too, though, which is wrong. Oh, I see our problem. Yeah. That's not something the type checks. You see, I was being clever for a reason. It's because I'm really dumb otherwise. When I type stuff out manually, I screw it up. Okay, so. Right, and boom. Okay, now you can see here. You know what? I don't think I need a breakpoint for that. Well, maybe I do. Just a sec. Okay, let's see. White has a movement. It moved upon from 38 to 36. Black has no movements. Great. That looks perfect. Now let's look at this. Okay, this is a generator. We're not going to get much information from that. No, really we're not. And we can't see combined movements yet because it doesn't exist yet. So let's set a breakpoint here. We're probably going to remove the first one. Now if I look here again, it's closed. It's finished. Okay, combined movements. Again, that underscore variable really is just a temp variable there to let me see the type of the generator. Okay, combined movements is empty. And what's the reason for that? It's because black doesn't have anything available. White has 1. Okay, so that's what's going on there. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, we're going to keep going again because nothing's changed. Okay, now black's going to move. Boom. We're going to play this game every time until we get it right. I'm not seeing a breakpoint set. Things just aren't working at the moment. Okay, that's weird. Well, let's reload. Let's disable the breakpoint even. And then let's do a couple of movements. Well, let's do 1 movement. And let's do 2 movements. Okay, that's not a good sign. Pause. Okay, now let's look at combined movements here. It says it's suspended. That might have something to do with a breakpoint. And if we step down to the next line... Yeah, okay, it's not finishing for some reason. This is really bizarre. Okay. Reload. All snap. Stop. Reload again. Here we go. Give me a sec. Okie dokes. Okay, so what I need to find out, okay, first of all, we need the breakpoint to actually be hit. Why is it not being hit? Okay, it's being hit now. Great. Now what I want to see is movements. And honestly, well, we already have this output, right? Right here. I want to make this easier to read. I'm going to go ahead and, let's go ahead and have the luxury of multiple lines here. Null 2. Right. Stop and reload. Perfect. There's our move log. All right. Now, so it's empty right now. Everything's working fine. Okay, let's take our element and boom. Now, if I recall, this works fine here too. Now, in this case, we've got our move log. White has a move and black does not have a move. This should return empty. Yes, okay, boom. Okay, it's going to return empty again because it's doing it a second time for whatever reason. Boom. Okay. Violation, click handler took too long. Well, there's a reason it took so long. It's because I'm stepping through things. Well, it says click handler, though. That's weird. Maybe what I'm doing is, maybe this is all inside of that click handler. Oh, I think I've got it. I think I understand part of what's going on. Not all, but I think I understand part. Now, what I want to do from here is get a breakpoint inside of zip, because I have a feeling it's breaking in here. So here we go, boom. Now, the way this kind of clued me in, where it says click handler took a long time when I set a breakpoint somewhere else. It looks like we're nested inside the click handler. And let's see, we're right here on app. Well, that's not very clear. It's not really explaining how we got here in the call stack. My suspicion is that when we move a piece and we change the game, it just starts running all this stuff inside the click handler. That's what I think's going on. And I also show ignored frames. There we go. Anonymous. None of that looks important. Maybe it was one of these. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, whatever. Now I want to find out what's happening inside of the zip function, so here we go. Okay, let's look at sources. Okay, we have, well, let's just print it out. Sources null 2. Okay, console.log. Oh, come on. Boom. Okay, we have two sources. We have white's moves and black's moves. Right, 38 to 36 and 25 to 27. 38 to 36, that's white's move. Okay, great. It's weird that black's is first in this list. I made note of that. So we might have to make some adjustments later. In fact, I know we will. It's fine for now. Right, we were talking about zip width yesterday. Okay, so we're getting right into the thick of things. And yeah, I'm getting all this trouble with trying to write this custom zip function. Maybe I should have just done it the simple way. Okay, we have our iterators. Great. I really can't understand them very well, so I'm just going to ignore that. Next result. Okay, we have two of those. Done is false for both of them. Great. Okay, and then every. We're going to yield one. And now if we look at next result, they should both be done. Oh, they're not done. That's interesting. Okay, and then we're going to yield another one. And then, oops, next result, done is false. Hello? Guys? Our sources are arrays with one element each. What are we doing here? Next result, 0.value. Okay, that looks right for black. This looks right for white. Fine. Oh, I don't think I'm clicking next anywhere. Next. I think that's what yeah, okay. So I missed doing that. Next result equals, yeah. Okay, so let's fix that. Okay, here I was trying to show how smart I was. Next result equals iterators.map I dot next. Because what we need to do is actually keep going. What we were doing before is we were yielding an infinite list of the first element over and over again. Which, yeah, that is a thing you can do. Because as a generator, we can get into infinite lists here. But that's not what we want to do. Now, I don't want to breakpoint now because it's going to work. Everything's going to be perfect. Ready? Boom. Actually, that's not a real move, but whatever. No breakpoint. Okay, that looks good. We're going to move this here. We're just going to ignore it. Okay, now the moves are showing up properly. Okay, this is what it took. Okay, so it looks like in this case, we have a pawn moving from 38 to 35. 38 to 35, that's white's movement. And then we have 25 to 27. That's black's movements. Okay. Now this is a step along the road. I was expecting this to be a quick step, but it turned out to be a bumpy step. Okay, so let's save this. Okay, and then, yeah, quit, yes. Bug zip. Get next result. Oopsie daisy. After yielding. Suppose I could have used a do while loop to make it look a little, to make it feel a little more natural for me. Okay, split. Right. Right. What I'm gonna do though, before I do anything else here, I'm going to play a little trick here to make things a little... We're going to get rid of zip. We're going to be confident that it's right for now. And we're going to get rid of this stuff. That is going to shorten this a little bit. Yes. No. Move log. Zip. Actually, there's a UX change. And so let's keep it high level. Combine moves for white and black into a single OL. Now I'm going to go back and undo the change I just made because I want to keep this around for reference. In particular, like one thing I just realized, well, for one thing, the number's missing. So that's something I need to figure out. But another problem is that I can't really tell who's white and black. I think I had that problem last stream, or last time we looked at it. But I just didn't notice it was an issue until just now. Like, who's white, who's black? I don't know. We probably need a header at the top, right? Maybe we can cheat and put the headers inside here. But before we do all that, let's fix this LI. We need flex and flex row. No, that's not what we wanted. Okay, on the OL, we need to make some changes. List decimal, ML8 flex. Okay, so maybe the ML8 thing needs to change? I don't really know what's going on. Let's inspect. Let's get a clearer view here. Right, we have 1. Okay, I'm not seeing the number anywhere. List style type is decimal. Fine. List style is none. Let's get rid of that. No effect. I don't know. Huh. Computed. List style. Image is none. Position is outside. Type is decimal. I probably want position to be inside, to be quite honest with you, because it was causing me all these issues. But that's not the only. That's not my first problem. Okay, let's try this. Let's move that and let's move that. Okay, we get 2 more moves there. Great. Uh-huh. Oh, I think because this is block, it's hiding it somehow. Let's look at the lie. Is it display flex? Maybe it's because this is a flex container now. It's struggling with that. Let's get rid of that and see what happens. Aha! That's what it is. Okay. So because the list item is displaying flex, things are broken. Okay, there's an easy way to fix this. There might be something smooth you can do. But there's something easy you can do. And that is simply to put a div inside the lie. It's a lie, it's all a lie. Uh-oh, that is not what I wanted from life. I mean, it's really frustrating when you're typing in class name, you see it matches, and you finish typing and it switches on you. That's just how things are here. I think honestly, VS Code is a little bit too helpful for its own good. I don't know why that's causing issues. Oh, because of this. Perfect. Now let's get rid of this stuff. If we look at the previous implementation of lie, we're going to ignore that one. We're going to look at the first one. You can see it didn't have any class name on it. Okay, this is why we're preserving that for now. Okay. Oh, I should have just taken a look at it. It looked like it was fine. Anyway, let's do a new game. Boom. Okay. And then black's going to move the horsey. Okay. Great. Now you can see this capture move's going over a little bit, but that's fine. This looks a little bit better. I want to do more, however. Well, let's commit that. That's enough to commit, I think. I mean, yeah, that's a pretty big... Well, no, it's not. Yeah. It's a reasonable change to try and commit. I'll tell you why. If you look at it, that's a lot of stuff changing, right? Split, yes, yes, no. Quit. Okay, so... let's get smart. Before we type our message, let's get smart here. What exactly was the issue here? Oh, here's the lie. Display is list item. Right, that's the whole problem. UX bug. Okay. Do not change the display type of list item. Of the list item. Of the lie. The list item needs display equals list item in order to properly show the number. Display flex ruins that. Okay. That's our motivation. Wrap the lie contents in a div so we move the flex box from the lie to the div. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Oh, and honestly, let's get rid of this, because I'm tired of seeing that output, and I don't think I need it right now. I can always make that change again later. Okay, we need a column for white and a column for black as well. And I'm going to try to be clever and see if that works. Sometimes you can get away with that in HTML. Or we have our list item, our OL here. Let's try this. Div. Class name. Oops, no, that didn't work. Jeez. Equals flex a row. And then we're going to put div, I guess. White and black. I kind of want to put paragraphs, but let's see. Here's our OL. We do have a div. Oh, you can see it's at the bottom. It's because we're doing flex call reverse. Oh, well, you know, there are things we could do, but the first thing we can do, the easiest fix, is just to hack this into the bottom. This is our heading. Okay. What I want to know is, come on, stop. Jeez. Oh, geez. Okay. Wow. That's really touchy. Okay. Change this flex box so that, let's try something. Flex call. No, that wasn't it. Flex row. Change this flex box so that, what do you call it? Children consume all available horizontal space. It's probably item stretch. Okay, we can put flex 1 on each one. That works fine. Can I replace flex 1 on the children with some property on the flexbox parent that will implicitly set flex 1 for each child? I don't like that as good. That's a lot less clear. I just want it to be kind of implicit. It's probably like item stretch or something. I don't know. Maybe with auto. But anyway, there we have it. We probably want to change the background of our app to not be this dark gray. And then we want to have probably black and white collars here. Maybe we just set this to black. Okay. Okay, so yes. Let's just try something. BG black. 500. That's not a real thing, is it? Okay, let's go to Tailwind. BG black. Stone. Let's just do BG white. Is that a real thing? It is. All right. Now, FG black. Sure. Text black maybe. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that works. Now then, we're going to go to this one and do BG black, not make any other changes. Then, we're going to go to these divs. Oh, hello. We need to do this based on time key. Okay, this is going to get complicated. Plus, maybe I should make it like this. Make it a format string. Reduce the complexity where I can. Yeah, this is good. So, excuse me. Time key 2 is divisible by 2. If it is, we're going to put something random there. Otherwise, we're going to put something else random there. Okay, I'll show you what I mean. If it is, we're going to put BG white text black. If it isn't, we're going to put BG black. Now, either this is correct or it's wrong. It's wrong. So we swap them. This is a case where we could spend way too much time thinking about it. Oh, whoops. We just undid the moves, but you saw for a second it was right there. Okay. And then bring out the horsey. Okay. So you can see our moves there. Now we need to change the rows, I'm noticing, or the headers to be a slightly different color. It's really stark to have it like that. I think I'm going to choose a different color from the color palette. I think what I'll use is stone. So what? Stone 50 for white. And then for black, I'm just going to use stone 900 or 950. Let's just try that. So, BG stone 900, BG stone 50. I need to save, don't I? Well, I can't tell what's going on, so let me just use BG stone 500. Okay, that at least looks different. Okay, it's not quite as stark, but it's hard to tell. 100. Yeah, okay, I noticed the change now. Okay, I don't actually have to hit save. That's good. Black is too dark. You know what? Text is going to be stone 900. Let's draw this 700. Yeah, the text looks a little bit better there. Wait, this is the text I'm thinking about. Okay, never mind. This is the text, sorry. Okay, we're going to make that change here as well. Background is going to be stone 100, text stone 900, background black, stone 700. Looks good. Now we're going to just make this a little bit darker and a little bit lighter. Okay, let's see, 800. And let's call this 200, see what happens. What about 50? I mean, you do see the contrast, but I don't like it. I don't like this. So let's change this back to 100. Let's change this to 750 and see what that looks like. Is 750 not a thing? No, 750 is not a thing. 700 or 800? We only have 50 at the ends, okay. 11 steps, okay, 700. Is there a way to like... Oh, I can adjust opacity, I guess. I don't want to get that complicated though. We're just going to leave it like this. I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to keep the collar the same and then just add a border. Border bottom. Yep, that's what we're going to do. Oh, you know what? It's a border everywhere. Let's change that. Oh. I see a border all the way around this one, so let's look at this. Inspect. How does that work exactly? Let's look at the border stuff. Border style. What about border bottom? Is there no thing? No such thing as that? Okay, how about this? Border B? Okay. Is that it? I'm not even sure. Okay. Border B. Border. Oh, geez, that's too complicated. I don't understand. I bet the word border shows up here somewhere. There we go, borders. Border style, maybe? No. Yeah, none of this is what I want from life. Okay, here's border. This is border width. Okay, border number. Border X, Y. Border B means border bottom with 1 pixel. Okay. Okay, got it. So this is border width. All right, great. It's not perfect. It's there. We have separation clearly between the. We have clear separation there. Now I want to also do some kind of text something or other. Font size maybe. Bold. Font. Family. Font size. Font weight. I think that's what we want to change right now. Font. Semi-bold. Let's try that. Looks fine. Okay, great. It looks a little bit weird here. It just seems weird. Would it be better if I did font bold instead of semi-bold? Not really. Didn't make a difference. I'll leave it this way for simplicity's sake. Okay, the point is we can tell we have a heading here. We can tell what it is. Great. Okay, other things to work on. Right. UX add heading and background color to, oh, this isn't right. Heading and background color to move log. Split. Just that change. Boom. Amend. Okay, I'm struggling to see. I don't think there's anything else we need from this original list. And honestly, if we do need it, it is in source control. So get reset hard. We'll get rid of all that nonsense. It's in source control if we really need it. I guess technically that intermediate representation wasn't in source control, but we don't need it. Now, what I want to do is I want to allow ragged edges. Based on past experience, that means, yeah, the ragged end. I want to allow the ragged end. Based on past experience, that means we're going to have to debug the zip function some more. Okay, so let's have white make a move. Let's move the queen out. An excellent idea for a first move. Yeah, let's just put it there where the bishop can take. Okay. Let's keep that tension on the board as we work on this feature, huh? Wonder what black's going to do. Use default for missing values. Okay, default value has to be set. We're just going to set high. I think, well, high doesn't work, does it? Honestly, the default could be undefined. And then it's either a movement log entry or undefined. Okay, that works. And then here we just need to handle that. If E is undefined, we're just going to ignore it. E is defined and okay, we're going to put this inside parens. Hopefully that helps. It doesn't. Okay. We're just going to separate that. Okay, I'm confused now. Let's go back. Here's a good spot to go back to. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. Perfect. E and E.captures. I think we're golden. Now let's take a look. Okay, something broke. I wonder what. There are no moves at this point. Okay, something's going to break. Console, I know where it's going to break too. This is exciting. Pause. Inside the zip function. Okay. Oh, we got a bunch of crap open that we're not really using. A lot of stuff we're not using that we used before. Okay, let's go in here, set a breakpoint, and reload. Now sources, they're both empty, so we're going to skip this time. Also, let's do that. They're empty again. They're going to continue being empty until I make a move. Let's make our first move. Okay, now if we look at ops, default behavior's value is undefined. Ragged end behavior is use default from missing. Okay, fine. Boom, boom, boom. Now this is getting into code we haven't looked at before. Next result, you can see one of them is done. It's empty. The other one is not done. So we're going to skip over that. Okay, we're going to check whether or not we should continue. We have our default, which we don't really need this anymore. We can get rid of that. Okay, are some of them, if we look at next result, are some of them not done? And yes, this one is not done. Go to the next thing. Okay, yield. Now, here's the thing I'm curious about. Okay, let's step inside that. Suppose we'll set a breakpoint at the end as well. We have r.done is false. If it's done, we provide a default. Otherwise, we do r.value. R.value is a real one. Fine. R.done is true. Value is undefined. Default. This all looks good. Continue. Why are we here again? Oh, of course, it's the same problem we had before. Naturally. Zip. Util. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's do this. Nope. Yes. I kind of want to add this change together because it's, yeah, the same bug. CI tac im, fix up this one. Okay. Let's go ahead and rebase it now. Get rebase. Hang on. L5, 7, let's say. Get rebase, tac I. Onto this. Okay, the fix up is there. Wait a minute. Okay, commit number this is fixing up that commit and it detected it. Great. Great, we're going to fix this up. So first we're doing that, then we're doing that, then we're doing the fix up. Continue. Carry on. Okay, let's kick everything off this. Okay, take everything out of the stash, and here we are. This might be clearer if I do it this way. Okay. Boom. I don't think I need this anymore. I think we solved the problem. Boom. Why are we hitting a breakpoint at this point? Let's reload. I have a feeling we ran into the same issue somehow. So let's go ahead and close this out because it's freaking out. Open this preemptively. And then we're going to... Well, we don't need to pause. Boom. Okay, good. It's working. Okay, this is exactly what I wanted from life. Great. Then we capture. Okay, this is good. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Now black is going to move. I don't even know if these aren't all valid knight moves, but hey, knight's going to move a bunch, and then white's going to move. And we don't really mind this. Like, this is fine. This engine can handle it. It's a capture. Great. Yeah, we don't mind any of this. It's totally fine. Yeah, everything is fine. Great. Okay, so we got that done. Now, it looks a little bit ugly. I do want to figure out some kind of notation that will help abbreviate this. I think the easiest thing is to abbreviate the names of pieces. Like right here, pawn and queen, if we abbreviate both of those, I feel like it'll fit in one line again. Also, though, this is kind of a smaller screen. What size is this right now? Oh, well, that's not helpful. But look at this. We're on size 400, right? That's really tiny. Okay, now let's take a look again. Let's inspect the board because it's going to be near the top. Let's look at computed. And then this. The width here is 896. That's kind of small. I feel like we should move. I feel like we should display this differently at this size, maybe. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't try to focus on that small little detail when I have, when I have other things wrong. Like one big thing that's wrong is that this is always W 2/3 and W 1/3. By the way, can I change this to Flex 2 and Flex 1? Hang on, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's commit first. Now, another thing I want to do, though, before I move on, is I want to take a look here in MoveLog. I think I can get rid of default value without a problem. Oh, I can. Interesting. Okay, this is what I want. It's allowed to be undefined, but it has to be there. Okay. Okay. That's fine. We can deal. Now, I like this Flex 1, Flex 2 stuff. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Right. And another change I probably should make is getting rid of this default. I don't think it serves a purpose anymore. But I'm not going to mess with it right now. Okay, yes. Yes. Let's look at our changes again. Okay, we're updating this and updating that. Why do we need to update this? Because it might be missing. Okay, great. UX. No, this isn't UX. Bug. Handle, bug and move log. show logs where one player has more moves than the other. I'm intentionally being vague about this because I don't really care how many more moves they have than the other player. That's none of my business. It's a private game. Y'all do what you want with your chessboard. That's the whole point, right? But if one player has more moves than the other, then we need to be able to play it properly. Also, I need to get rid of these blue these blue marks that I keep adding to the screen. I think it's a circle, right? Or is it a square that I'm adding? Come on, there we go. Let's check it out. I think it's under board canvas, blue. Okay, this was easy. We probably need the context for some other reason. We don't. Get canvas coordinate. Okay, we're going to get rid of this and the logging. Yeah. You can have that back later. We have source control. Board canvas. Actually, this is a UX thing. Remove debug painting of... Okay. About time to stop. Remove debug painting of click point. That's not going to make sense in 2 minutes when I forget why I did that. Okay. Let's think about it. We do want to make this kind of flow, though. Let's start with just getting the flex to work properly. Okay, so let's go back to app, I believe. ESX. And right, so what we want to really do here, instead of W 2/3, flex 2 and flex 1. That should be the same. Looks the same to me. Oh, but look what happened here. Oh, that's probably always been that way, by the way. Yeah, it's always been that way. That's another bug I need to fix, but we're not focusing on that at the moment. Okay, now we want to look at tailwind breakpoints. So right now, this thing is... The app is 896 pixels wide. And it doesn't look good. So we want to check out that breakpoint. Breakpoints. I love how we have to go to using custom breakpoints and then scroll around to find the actual breakpoints. Like there's no, I guess we go to overview or responsive design. It's really hard to just to remember how to link to the breakpoints. Okay, anyway, 768 is smaller. So this is MD. This is smaller than the screen we have. So that's too small to have this layout. So if really we want that for a large screen, 1024 pixels. Let's make this bigger. Yeah, 1024, let's go. Okay, let's get close to there. You know what? No, we're not going to do it that way. We're going to use the tools as intended. 1024 wide by, I don't care. Let's just say 100%. That's fine. 1024. Okay, 75. Whatever. Here, though, this looks fine to me. No, that's still a little bit too small. All right, let's say the width is... Let's look at other breakpoints. Let's say the width is XL, 1280. 1280. Bam. Okay, you can see now it shows up fine. And obviously, it's too small because we're zooming in. But this works. You can actually get the whole thing in there. And honestly, like, you know, I know we talked about abbreviating this. That's only going to get us so far. Like, if anything, abbreviating the pawn and the queen, for example, for captures, might take us from this 1280 breakpoint down to the 1024. But it's not going to take us down to MD. So I think really for the MD size, we need to let's just play it as it is. For large and smaller, it needs to be different, I guess. No, I think for large, I think we're gonna fight for the large breakpoint for now. We'll deal with XL later, I think. So what that means is, so this is going to be large, large. Okay. Actually, that's always going to be flex 1. Right? Okay. Now here it's going to be large and above. It'll be flex row. Otherwise, it's going to do flex column. Is it col or column? I think it's column. Whatever. Okay, 1280, 1024. Okay, that's what I expected. 768. Boom. Now this is below. 800. Okay. This is what we're going to work on next time, because I don't have much time here. We need some more gap there. Oh, Lord. Yeah, we need some gap. We're going to say gap 4. That's 16 pixels. Large gap 4, actually. No, either way we want a gap of 16 pixels, because if we have room for it, we want it... Yeah, 16 is not even that. It's not even that much, see? Probably, if anything, we need 8. Double it. That's a little better. We probably want this to fill the whole width here, and we'll figure out the numbers later. Anyway, there's some stuff to work out. Let's save that for next time, guys. We made a lot of progress today. We got the move log to show up correctly and to actually be kind of pretty and actually have all the stuff there like we want. So having done that, this is a great breaking point. And we're just going to save this work in progress for next time. It's good to have some of it kind of in progress and started so we know where to pick up. All right, this is, yeah, this is that. This is Creative Craving. I'll catch you all later, okay? Bye now.